I understand. You just heard from the Rapidus chairman as well, talking about the future when it comes to investing in chips and, Japan's own self-reliance story when it comes to chip manufacturing. Where do you think Japan stands in the larger scheme of things?
I think Japan has a very, very strong upstream capability in semiconductor manufacturing equipment, key materials used in the making of chips, and also very strong experience, very strong capabilities in the fundamental science and research into advanced devices. And I think the way Japan will see itself is essentially a complement to the U.S. efforts to move, I think, towards more self-reliance or self-capability on the manufacture advanced chips. So I don't see Japan's role as being an independent player trying to divorce itself from the United States. I see it trying to be a more capable and competent partner, which is why many of the subsidy programs in place, including those kinds of government for advanced logic chip making, is being extended not just to Rapidus, which is a homegrown champion, but also to TSMC, which is, of course, the world leader. Just this week, there's been reports that the Japanese government will extend another $10 billion in subsidy money, split, in fact, between TSMC's potential next fab, as well as between Rapidus's, as well as with Rapidus for their construction of their new facility in Hokkaido.
And how important would the U.S. be in Japan's chip plans, chip advancement plans, and the blueprint that they're drawing up for the same? And I just want to add to that bit, because you have an outperform rating on some of the chip names. So how should we play the chip story in Japan?
Thank you. I think undoubtedly, because 2-nanometer capability is still used by relatively few companies, or at least in development by relatively few companies, certainly I think Japan will be looking to U.S. companies to use that to manufacture their facility. This is still something that's uncertain, still several years away, but I think will be on the cards. Now, for the rest of Japan today, our key recommendations remain the upstream players in the semiconductor equipment and material space. So we're very bullish on the overall sector here. We do like companies like Renesas, which had a good result yesterday. Our team looked at the numbers. It's basically, I think, a better than expected result. It's showing, I think, that the diversification of their product portfolio and capabilities beyond just automotive semiconductors is bearing fruit. And I think, this, I think, could be a parable for the whole of Japan, is not to be necessarily, great in everything, but certainly be it's great in a few things and be really, really good at those areas. And I think definitely I would say upstream semiconductor equipment and materials is one of the areas that they're very, very good at.